preceding portion of Fox 43 AM Live is sponsored by Endeavor Private Wealth.
We're back with Kathleen Heit, a certified financial planner professional with Endeavor Private Wealth, for this week's segment on investing and wealth management. Kathleen, good morning.
Good morning.
Kathleen, we've been experiencing a blackout of a wide range of economic data, although there's still been plenty of public and private economic information for investors to think about and possibly act upon. So I'm curious, do you have any suggestions on what investors should be reading?
Dane, it's good to be back with you and our viewers. While investors can learn a lot by reading about or listening to financial matters from a wide variety of sources, I think they might be surprised at what they can learn by pulling out that copy of Aesop's Fables, probably laying on some bookshelf somewhere in their house that they may have read to their children when they were growing up.
Well, I wasn't expecting that, but you certainly have my attention, and I bet our viewers too, so as to what they'll discover.
While Aesop's Fables originated long before the development of the financial markets and modern investment principles, they provide important insights into human behavior through interesting characterizations of various animals and people that have profound consequences on our financial well-being. Remember the tortoise and the hare?
Sure. Slow and steady wins the race.
That's right. The hare was so pleased with himself and so fast and far ahead of all the other animals, he decided he could rest and take a nap. When he woke up, there was the tortoise crossing the finishing line. Some investors want to get way out in front of others and ride that momentum and the upward trajectory of high-flying and speculative stocks. However, if they nap and don't carefully assess if or how those investments fit into their long-term plans, they might be surprised to learn that disciplined savings, thoughtful and consistent investing, and the power of compounding may lead to better results than chasing the markets in a fast, furious, and reckless manner.
Here's one for you. How about the goose that laid the golden egg?
A tale of how greed can rise to irrational financial behavior. As when a farmer with a magical goose who laid a golden egg each day wasn't satisfied and wanted more. He foolishly kills the goose to harvest all the eggs at once. But alas, there were none. It's okay to want to improve your financial situation, but it's also important to appreciate and manage the assets you have in a responsible manner, setting reasonable expectations and maintaining a long-term perspective are almost always better than seeking extraordinary gains and risking everything.
Somebody said Aesop's Fables convey warnings. Are there any that you can think of that commend positive behavior?
Remember the one about the crow and the pitcher? A thirsty bird couldn't reach the water inside the pitcher. Its beak just wasn't long enough. So the wise crow methodically gathered and dropped pebbles into the pitcher so that the water level would rise, and then she would be able to drink. That's a lesson for investors to be adaptable to market conditions, to face challenges opportunistically, and consider creative ways that may satisfy their needs.
Kathleen, I know there are dozens more Aesop's Fables, but we're almost out of time. Any final thoughts you'd like to share with our viewers?
Aesop's Fables may have been the precursor to behavioral finance, teaching us that planning, discipline, and respect for time may yield better results than overconfidence, greed, and impulsivity. In addition to the lessons investors can learn from these ancient stories, they may also be well served by consulting with a trusted financial professional who can help them balance their emotions with reason and logic to improve their financial decision-making process.
Wonderful. Kathleen, it's always a pleasure to hear your unique insights. And everyone, to learn more about Endeavor Private Wealth, visit EndeavorPW.com.
The preceding portion of Fox 43 AM Live was sponsored by Endeavor Private Wealth.